Hi everybody, it's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I am here to talk to you guys about potential books that I could read for the month of December. And when I thought about this, obviously I am still reading my November books, so it's hard. I'm not sure if some of those will spill over or not. So without thinking about those books, I'm going to talk about other books that I was thinking that I might want to get to before the end of the year. It's not an exhausted list. I'm only going to do a couple, just because it depends on the mood, and I may be in the beginning of December in a really good mood, and it depends on how I'm feeling, and that's how I'm going to kind of go with it. So these are the books that I'm thinking, considering of reading, and we'll see. This like it is every month, right? This is not really a TBR. It's it's a crapshoot, basically. I may or may not get to them, but I'm hopeful these are books that I could read before the end of the year. So the first one I have to talk about, I was so excited to know that this person was putting out a new book, and I quickly pre-ordered it, and I'm really excited. It arrived, and I wanted to make sure that I read this one. So this one is A Promised Land by Barack Obama. It is his newest released novel, or book. I should say it's not a novel. And I was so excited to get it. I pre-ordered it on Amazon. Amazon did a funky thing. Usually, I don't have that much problem. They will come to you the same day that they're released. If you went to a bookstore, the same day that they put them on the shelf, they will arrive at your doorstep. I got a notice the day it was released. The day before, I think they even said it was going to potentially be late. Then the date of, I was like, are you kidding me? This is not cool. So I went to a local Amazon bookstore, bought it. Then I canceled my other order because I was like, there's no reason. They have like 6 million books right here in the store. I can just get it. Same store, you still get my money, just I'm doing it at the store. And then it was funny because my husband's laughing because I'm going through them all and I'm looking at, save up my fingers because I don't want to get I have lotion, I think, still in my hands. I don't want to get it on the cover. But that was me. I'm looking through the covers and like, that has dirt. That's got a ding. I'm not using that one. So I'll be taking this off as soon as I start to read this, but this is the one that I would like to get to for sure in December. I'm really excited about it. They had a deal because I used my Amazon card, that you could get 3 months free of Audible, which is their company, right? So, and you could get 3 free months, and then after that it will continue. And I told them, I said, I've already had, I went a long time ago, I did the free trial, and I got a book or two, and then I canceled because I didn't want a subscription, because I use Hoopla and I use Libby, and I get plenty of audiobooks there for free, so I just didn't want to invest in that. So I told her, I said, I have already done it before. Sometimes if you are for new people, you can actually get it for free. But she said, no, this is promotion. I was like, okay. So I got it in my first credit. Some might think I'm insane, but the first credit that I used, I got the audiobook for this. So I can hear him reading the book. So I'm going to have him read the book to me. So it's going to be a special moment. So I'm very excited about this one of his. And it also has pictures in here, which is really cool because I love looking at pictures and stuff, family pictures. That's one book. This one I keep talking to you guys about, so it's going to happen. I know that people all enjoyed it, so I haven't heard any bad reviews, and I really liked The Mothers by Britt Bennett. So The Vanishing Half has got to happen December. It's got to be finished. This is one I definitely want to finish. I don't know why, but I liked her first book. I was excited when I knew this was coming. And so, here we are. So there's that one. And that one on The Vanishing Half, if you don't know, let's see. I'm trying to read a fast version of that. Weaving together multiple strands and generations from the Deep South to California from 1950s to the 90s, The Vanishing Half is once a riveting emotional family story and brilliant exploration of race, gender, and identity. and the lasting effects of the past as it shapes a person's desire and expectations. I guess that doesn't really tell you. I'll go back up. How did you say that? Vignez sisters will always be identical, but after growing up together in a small Southern Black community and running away at age 16, it's not just the same for their daily lives that is different as adults. It's everything, including the racial identity. Many years later, one sister lives with her Black daughter in the same Southern town she once tried to escape. Across the country, the other secretly passes for white, and her white husband knows nothing of her past. Still, although separated by so many miles and just as many lies, the fates of the twins remain entwined. That what will happen when their own daughter's storylines intersect. So, and an interesting story about passing, about family dynamics and things like that will be very interesting to read. So I know I'm gonna like it. So there's that. Now, this other one I've had, I think this might actually be on my, I have to look at the list again. This might have been one of the ones that I had on my list for the 12 books, you know, that I was going to try to get to this year. And this is Washington Black by Essie Ediugen. I think that I'm pronouncing her name correctly. This one I feel like is going to be a heavy story, but it's also going to be, it sounds like a story that will be a good distraction that you can kind of get into, okay? That's my impression. I'll read the back to you. It says 11-year-old George Washington Black, or Wash, a field slave on a Barbados sugar plantation, is initially terrified when he's chosen to be the manservant of his master's brother. To his surprise, however, the eccentric Christopher Wilde turns out to be a naturalist, explorer, inventor, and abolitionist. Soon Wash is initiated into a world where two people separated by an impossible divide can begin to see each other as human. But when a man is killed and a bounty is placed on Wash's head, they must abandon everything and flee. Spanning the Caribbean to the frozen far north, London to Morocco, Washington Black is a story of self-invention and betrayal, of love and redemption, and of world destroyed and made whole again. Doesn't that sound good? I think it's going to be good. And I've been wanting to read it, and I've had it now. I want to say I got this for a birthday book haul, maybe 2 birthdays ago. I don't think it was on my last birthday. So, yeah, there's that. So this might be actually, I'll have to check my list. I think this might be one of the ones for the 12. So there's that. This one, look, another bookmark waiting for the action here. I got the bookmark. Look, the bookmark is even pretty. It matches the book cover of the book and everything. Here's another one that I wanted to read, haven't read, was so excited to get. So excited. Remember, I had an issue with the sticker on the cover, and so I went and got the other versions, and now I have no stickers. This is how books are supposed to be. The artist's work is supposed to be presented to us. There's not supposed to be anything on there. I even think award stickers can go back here. What's the problem? Is plenty of room back here. Right here, next to where they have the skew, put it back there, and then let the front be beautiful, right? Because people like to display their books this way and this way. They don't display them this way, so put it here. Just saying. Anyway, the rant, I will stop. This is Patsy by Nicole Dennis Brown, and she did Here Comes the Sun, which I really enjoyed. This one, let's see if I can read it fast to you. When Patsy gets her long-coveted visa to America, it comes after years of yearning to leave Pennyfield, the beautiful but impoverished Jamaican town where she was raised. More than anything, Patsy wishes to be reunited with her cherished friend Cicely, whose letters arrive from New York, steeped in the promise of a happier life and the possible rekindling of their young love. But Patsy's plans don't include her overzealous angelical mother or even her 5-year-old daughter, True. Beating with the pulse of a long-suppressed confession, Patsy gives voice to a woman who looks to America for the opportunity to choose herself first, not to provide for her family back home. Patsy leaves True behind in a defiant act of self-preservation, hoping for a new start where she can be and love whomever she wants. But when Patsy arrives in Brooklyn, America is not as Cicely's treasured letters describe. To survive as an undocumented immigrant, she is forced to work as a bathroom attendant and nanny. Meanwhile, True builds a faulting relationship with her father back in Jamaica, grappling with her own questions of identity and sexuality, and trying desperately to understand her mother's abandonment. Blah, 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 blah. And I keep reading, and we'll just listen to me read the whole book. But that's a gist of what this is about. It's gonna be good. I really feel like it's gonna be good. I very much liked Here Comes the Sun. There were things that that I think when I talked about that book that bothered me a little bit. Maybe about the representation, I think, of the Jamaican community at times. But this is a serious, topic. So I think it would definitely be a good book to read. So this is one I want to read, and hopefully I'll get to it. And I get to leave this. Look at that. That's beautiful bookmark, right? That makes me happy. Like, I see the book waiting for me. It's waiting for action, for real. Okay, there's that. The last one is an author I've read several books, and I've always enjoyed them. And I've had this one, and I have a couple of hers. I buy them when I was buying a lot of stuff at the thrift store. I'm sorry, my throat is like dry. But when I see her books, I will pick them up, and I've always enjoyed them. They are great, like, historical fiction novels, and the stories are always, the characters are always great. And the story, I think, is always really compelling. So this one is called The Street of a Thousand Blossoms, and the author is Gail Tsukiyama. And this one says, it is Tokyo in 1939. On the Street of a Thousand Blossoms, two orphan brothers dream of a future firmly rooted in tradition. The older boy, Hiroshi, shows early signs of promise and at the national obsession of sumo wrestling, while Kenji is fascinated by the art of theater masks. But as the ripples of war spread to their quiet neighborhood, the brothers must put their dreams on hold and forge their own path in a new Japan. Meanwhile, the two young daughters of a renowned sumo master find their lives increasingly intertwined with the fortunes of their father's star pupil, Hiroshi. The Street of a Thousand Blossoms is a powerful, moving masterpiece about tradition and change, loss and renewal, and love and family from a glorious storyteller at the height of her powers. So I am excited to read this. It's got a nice cover too. So this is one that I've had for a long time, but I'm excited. So I'm hoping that I'll get to this in December. So those are the ones I'm thinking. I have a couple of books that are ebooks that are on hold. They may or may not come in, and if I'm in the mood, I'll add them to the list or not. I will have, obviously, I'll try to find a surprise one that I didn't mention in here, and I'll do that one. So these are the books, let me see them, that I'm thinking about for December. Now let's all realize that these are options. There will be some definites, but there's also some maybes. So I am going to give it a shot. This is a big book here too, the one by Obama, so we'll see. But I'm going to crank as I can. December's a tricky month. I got lots going on. But these are the books. I want to know what you guys are thinking about reading for December, how you want to end the reading year and prepare for the next year. I haven't really thought about yet what I want to do in terms of goals for the channel, goals for my blog, goals for reading in general. I just want to keep reading. I will try to create a video in January to talk about my thoughts on that. I know I've done better than I did last year in terms of the amount of volume of videos, and so that's a good thing. And I've also gotten more subscribers, so that's cool too, and communicated with new people, so this is always fun. So we'll see. I'll think of what those goals might be. Maybe if I look at my last year goals, that'll give me some thought. I'm just kind of going along with it at this point. But I hope you guys are all well, and let me know if you're thinking of reading in December, and hope you're all well. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and social distance. Bye.